Rise of the lost. These are the words of the lost in the land of the lost. I'm KYD Works. I'm going to take time out right now to expound upon my own personal thoughts, my own perception of what our reality is, and solutions to the current problems that we are facing. So, since it is so many topics, I'll just start with what I feel is the most prevalent. We are dealing with not police brutality. Brutality is minimalistic compared to what truly occurs. We are dealing with a police state. We are dealing with executions. We are dealing with descendants of slave catchers. So there's a lot going on as far as the mindset of those that police us. Their history is long and strong. So I feel all of you should take time to do your research. I will put the link below for you to go see what I'm talking about. I don't want to go too far off on tangents because there's so much information involved. But what we're dealing with right now is a police state. Police feeling that they have the authority and carte blanche to do whatever it is they see fit since they wear the uniform. They are charged to protect and serve, and they are paid by the taxpayers. Yet there is a disproportionate amount of extreme violence when it comes to the handling and mishandling of anyone African American, Latino, or in between. What we are seeing right now in Minneapolis is the result of not only hundreds of years of emotion being pent up and passed down from generation to generation, oppression that supposedly does not exist for so many that turn the blind eye. But then for the rest of us that live in this alternate reality, we can call it, we're trying to find ways to cross over. Thanks to social media, thanks to platforms like YouTube and Twitter and Patreon and any other platform that allows us to have a voice, Instagram, to a degree, there's still restrictions. But the fact of the matter is we have the ability to disseminate the information that we feel we need. We have the ability to reach those that are in other states who might not know what we know. So it behooves us as a generation lost to use all of these tools that at the same time have become our demise. Flip that coin over. They are the tools that allow us to build past the sky. What is the solution for dealing with this level of violence, these executions? Well, in Minneapolis, we see rioting and we see a response with force. For any naysayer and any person that believes that, releasing that pent-up energy in a destructive way is actually not conducive to change, that means that you, as an individual, have ignored the lessons of history. It's profound. Any culture, any society, any people that fought for their freedom did just that. Fought. Freedom was never gained through peaceful conversation. The same way that slaves were never gained through peaceful conversation. Any and everything that happens as far as the exchange of power goes in the world of man, it is done for profit, or it is done to gain power through force. This concept is not new. Again, I make that extremely clear. I'm not an advocate for misguided violence. I'm not an advocate for misplaced aggression. I am an advocate for knowledge of self, understanding of history, and the willingness to use force if and when necessary. So it is a very strange, again, precarious time that we are living in, because we have the force, we have the numbers, we have the means to communicate, the means to coordinate, and the means to uplift ourselves. So again, I make this extremely clear because I don't want this video to be flagged. I'm not advocating or even pushing anyone towards or even saying that any one particular person and or group should use violence. I am just stating a fact that history has shown us that violence and force is the only thing that is respected in the world of man. Peace talks only happen after acts of aggression. What we need as a people to truly begin to find our own salvation is understanding of our power. Once we have the understanding of said power, application of power. Financial literacy. One of the major things that separates us culturally is the level of literacy on a financial level that we have. Many youth don't have the advantages of understanding how to truly stack money up for something more than Jordans or the new jeans or a new chain or grills or whatever it is you're about to throw that money at. They're not being taught how to roll the dice of the stock market as opposed to being taught how to roll the dice in the streets. No fault to anyone, because who taught us? Who was it that taught us what to do with our money, right? So as we see so many of our own that have broken out of the clutches of poverty, so many have came back to disseminate the information, but we need more. So in no way, shape, or form am I saying that we don't have anyone out there doing it. But again, in this day and age, each one of us have the ability to build up a platform. Each one of us have the ability to reach the masses in our own unique way. So why would we not take the power that we do have and apply it? It's 2020. Clear vision, whether you want it or not. Many of us are becoming disillusioned. Many of us are woke. Many of us just can't ignore the shit we see anymore. And the real question is, why should you? One person may not have the power to take down the establishment, but a force of lost souls united, searching for their way, not confined or relegated to having to use one way, one path, one belief, but just understanding that there is truth in all, and our salvation is in self. I'm nowhere near perfect, and I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but daily I work towards becoming who I want to be. So in this moment where the world is tearing us down, and in this moment where the energy is stronger than ever, the world as we know it has ended. I stated in a previous video. A new world is being born as we speak. The new world just means many ideologies, many beliefs are going out the window. Many establishments Many powerhouses are crumbling to the ground. And as we lose, we gain. Out of all that is being destroyed, I promise you there's so much to be built. So I ask all of you, are you doing your part? Are you satisfied with the way shit is being handled around you? And if for any reason you actually do feel powerless, helpless, voiceless, then I hope that my words, in some way, shape, or form, have helped you to feel like you have found that, which you do not have. Lost Dynasty is a collective of people who believe we can find our own way. No more, no less. Creatives, artists, free thinkers. Rise of the lost. These are the words of the lost in the land of the lost. I'm KYD Works. I hope to see y'all again. Subscribe, like, comment. Let's start conversations that actually can make a difference in the world we live in. Or watch that shit burn to the ground. Either way, life happens. Peace.